Well, howdy guys. Welcome back to Adam Shields Live for episode 4. As it states, I'm just checking in, and I wanted to put an extra bit to the description, but I don't want to take so much time. Man. But yesterday I decided to give a perfectly made chamomile tea a try after 20 minutes uninterrupted peaceful meditation. So, yeah, I reached what I'd like to call a Zen mode. Yesterday, I was unaffected by anything negative or uh, anything disruptive. I mean, I was super relaxed. My mind was cleared, and that was an awesome feeling. That's my mom.
I smell fish.
Hey guys, I'm live. As I was trying to say, also the workouts all my routines I'd done like I don't know 2 days ago. I'm now starting to feel it right here instead of every spot that was worked, which was here and here. I'm only feeling half of it. So hopefully, um, this extra day off, I might.
You talking?
Mom, I'm alive.
Okay, I'm sorry, honey. I love you.
Love you too. You might think I'm rude to my mom, but no. This shit almost happens on a daily basis, even if I'm gaming and live streaming. So yeah, it does permit to get below the skin, and it does ruin the streams. And when you have a parent that doesn't fully understand all of that, you have to constantly explain to them. I know I did this in the description already, but we're going to do this down in the. We're going to do this in the comments too. So. It's because you're in the cold room. Hold on, guys. I got to put the be right back screen on.
That wore off, ain't you?
Oh no, that's dirt and clutter.
Oh, is it? Okay. Need to keep cleaning.
Hard to do.
Alright. You know what I did? Remember them clean pad things we had
Yeah.
to clean like we ain't got none, but you can take peroxide or anything like that and rub around it because it
You
dries
got,
quick.
yeah, but also you got to be careful with stuff on that on the
Yeah.
laptop.
Well, you put on a little rag or a little cloth and wipe that off it. And I'll tell you what, I do my TV.
Yeah, but
And look how long I've had that TV.
yeah, but a laptop's different than a TV. If you
I
get,
know, but I mean, you can't get oil, you can't get water in it. But peroxide, it don't go down. It goes up. It stays on top. That's why I clean my TV. Oh, peroxide, that does correctly. Here's your takeaway.
I should have just did different. That's not gonna let.
Oh,
That's not gonna let me do this.
Look at that. Probably some time. Easy to go out.
I told him he was in that thing, and he wasn't being rusted. Just like you told me not to interrupt. Just
Well,
good, she'll do it for me.
the only reason I did it because one, I had a break screen. Two, if I didn't do it, that's more whining later. And I'm not gonna listen to it.
So I told you brothers out. And one of these days, I can print it all out. I'll take care of that one this time before Christmas. I might do it tomorrow if McDonald's open. $25 gift certificate. That comes from Sharon and neither Sharon and her dad. They got me all kind of good. I called, I asked him to leave the insurance shop over here. Bob off with you, I'm leaving because he said no, she didn't. She had her get back home probably then. She said just help Ann Lee up while Ann Lee couldn't go to the bathroom on her own. Said help. Yes, you're picking up.
Yep.
I told him that Ann Lee played they go on I'm what? going to talk to Millie for a little while. And eventually I'll go out there and get my beans started. Now, if they're open tomorrow, McDonald's, I'll turn around and take you one, okay? I want to use all of my card up. Let's get a few things. And they high price.
I'm back, and you heard all that. This is why I still stayed on the break screen. Day 9 of the fucking Ted and Sharon fucking pranks. My God. And you guys already know by one of my fucking episodes how much I fucking hate hearing them. There's nothing to praise them for. Stacks of fucking bleach covered garbage. I don't care if they watch my fucking shows. I really don't. I'm just stating my shit out in the open. They can call it airing dirty laundry all they want. It's the Adam Shields Live. Adam motherfucking Shields Live. Not everybody's show. Mine. So if I want to fucking say something, I'll fucking say something. And once again, the parent advisory sticker is right there on the middle left. So guess what? I'll say whatever I want. Damn, I'll tell you what. I'm going to need another cup of chamomile tea before it's over. Because the Ted and Sharon praises, they get on my nerves. It's like my mother condones what they did about my daughter. Or tried to. Ugh. I think she's running early Alzheimer's, to tell you the truth. Because she forgets what she said the day before. Or no, she's got selective memory. There we go. She's got selective memory. She chooses what she wants to remember. Because before I had to tell her the truth of why I couldn't go to Walmart and give her a copy of those pictures that I got, she kept badgering me about my daughter. So she went selective memory there and chose to at least remember just that. Oh my Lord. Never try to think of something better, more positive to think about. I mean, cripes, I seem to think that my own mother doesn't know how to relax and live a little. And I can't teach her it, can't show her the way because she refuses to learn because she thinks her life's being run. So, waste of my energy, waste of my time, and too much stress to put on me. What I should do with this very stream right here, see if I can save a video copy of it to my computer, because it would do good to use as a piece on my YouTube. Now, I'm not sure, and I probably don't give a fuck, but maybe my lurker viewers on YouTube, maybe some of them might be Ted and Sharon. Maybe it might be the people they kissed the ass of for a year too. You know, suck-ups and leeches and lowlives, they all go hand in hand. I mean, I'm not lying there. Anyone who's lived life from age 18 on up to their 20s and 30s knows this real damn well. And as it still fucking continues on after that. It continues until you're no longer existing on this planet, actually. There's really no avoiding it unless you use a way to clear your mind and create a personal barrier on yourself that prevents you from intaking bullshit and two-faced trickery and all this shit. And that's why I'm going to personally thank my longtime friend Jessica Fletcher on here for introducing me to chamomile tea. Stuff works wonders when I want to block garbage out. Hot garbage, as Ryu would say it on YouTube. And to quote his custom-made 12 Days of Christmas song, lots of stinking hot garbage.
I'm all about it, girl.
That part of his custom-made Christmas song matches me to a T, man. Lots of stinking hot garbage.
Here. You want me to I'll do it one.
I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot after the stream and see if Facebook will allow me to save a copy of this into my computer's drive so I can go to an editor and section it.
What are you recording it with?
Damn it. You just reminded me and I already done fucked myself. I could have just hit start. I could have just hit start recording at the beginning of this fucking stream. Now the only last chance I do have is if Facebook will let me have a duplicate from their fucking server.
I'm really surprised you forgot about that. OBS allows you to both live stream and record the same footage at the same time.
Yeah, but I'd have to erase so many times I accidentally hit the record button. And I do have a couple of slots right there in my videos section where I accidentally hit the fucking start record. And wasn't meaning to intentionally record myself. There's another way I can do this. It's called screen capture through an OBS, pull my previous stream up and record it. It does have the source option to do that. It's cheap, but effective. I'm not getting any real viewers coming in. It looks like I'm getting lurkers every now and again. I am so used to and accustomed to the lurkers because they only look, they don't say nothing, It's like they're treating me like a natural show where they don't give no opinion. They just watch and listen. So it doesn't bother me that there's lurkers. No, it's natural. Not just here on Facebook, but on YouTube Live and Twitch. You'll have people that's just lurking in. Oh, I forgot to mention two or three other ways. Let's see. Okay, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter are also the same. You'll get viewers, but they'll be just lurkers. They won't say nothing, which makes me think. I haven't gone live to Twitter in like years. I might try to do that sometime today to try to get uh, all my real followers to be familiarized with me. Now, I'm going to see what Facebook says about my health on my stream here. It's not bad. This is like for the fourth time running. Hold it. I called this episode 3. I need to fix that. It's not episode 3. It's episode 4. Or did I call it 4? We'll find out. Yeah, I called it 4. Never mind. Notifications. Thank you, Dale Gardner, for hitting the like on my morning greeting to everyone, including you, my friend. Then I got these other notifications about people talking in on different Kentucky fan pages. Now, in case I planned to turn this into a YouTube episode, I will not add a on-screen live poll for you guys because then people... Well, hold it. I could still put one up. It's just that it won't be clickable on YouTube. I could put, and if you're on YouTube, comment below. Or, yeah, comment below. That's the best way to say it. So, let's see. What do I want to put up that might actually show completely on the screen? We want... I don't think we want a poll. Much rather just like a small interactive statement. So here I go. I'm going to create one. For people that's been here since episode 1 here on Facebook, you guys will be able to best give me your best answer. But for those on YouTube, this will be their first time watching. And I'd have to label it episode 1 on YouTube, but it'd be episode 4 to you guys. So here we go. Okay, now we go back to dashboard. I'll let that stay up there for just a moment, because this is for YouTube's side of things. Okay, I think I let it stay up long enough. They can pause the video if they want to read it fully. Okay, so getting back to ground topic. I might not even do edits when I turn this into a YouTube video. I normally never do. Saves me time and effort. And no matter if I do edits or not, people don't really give me the high props I deserve for sharing my life with them. Let's see. Now, for people on YouTube that'll be new to Adam Schultz Live, you've never seen me use this custom Gothic screen decal before, and you wouldn't know me to use a parallel visor. And for those watching on YouTube, I will explain why there's a parallel advisory sticker on the screen. Here on Facebook, since it's supposed to be family friendly, I wanted to separate myself from that pack and let them give them a heads up in knowing that I'm not the one to censor myself. I will curse when I feel the need to. And if I can make things funnier for the show, I will find something online to share, whether it's funny, sarcastic, or truthful. Because either way, it can be a laugh because of how factful it is, or how funny the image and the words go with it. But today the show will not be as long as it was like the first or second episode. It'll be like, I don't know, I feel like I need to only give people like maybe an hour or hour and a half at most. Because me trying to stick it out for two or the max of 2.5 hours when I'm just plainly talking to myself and not anyone else, it just seems pointless until I get y'all used to me and get used to seeing me appear up here on Facebook. But to people on YouTube, they've seen quite a few of my vlogs. They've seen my actual real life series called The Adam Schultz Story. So they're quite used to whether they comment or not, or they fully understand me or just don't flat out like me, is up to them. I let that be. Well, I can't say let. I just sit back and hope that people not judgment. That's a terrible word. I let everybody. I said let. Just roll with it. I sit back and await people's they uh, believe believe I am, like, I don't know, good person, bad person. I mean, I welcome any form of opinion and any form of thought. If it's negative, I don't have to pay attention to it. I can block it out. Positive, I'm more open to that more than I am negative, because negative runs the world nowadays, and it'd be a nice change of pace to see some positive stuff for once. And if I turn, well, there's no if to it. I will turn this into a YouTube episode, and I will make it a brand new playlist on my YouTube. I mean, this one will be labeled as episode 1 on YouTube, because unlike my other episodes that I've done on here, which I've rarely done any talking, well, actually I can't say that. The episode that featured my longtime friend Jessica Fletcher, she made the best out of a worse situation, and gave me a lot of subjects to talk about. So I might find that episode and edit it down to where I'm just talking to her. And make that probably either episode 1 or episode 2. Well, I already promised this one to be episode 1, so we'll turn my talk sesh with my lifelong friend into episode 2. And just to make sure I'm not pushing it on YouTube, I'll space it out. Because seriously, I know what it's like to feel like having their content down your throat. And if I don't like it, or they don't like it either. As you can see, I'm wearing different attire today. I'm not wearing the cowboy hat from the first 3 episodes. Right now, I got like a tiny pulsating headache going on, and that cowboy hat likes to constrict quite a bit. So I'm going to make sure it stays. And plus, my vest, when zipped up, it likes to be slightly constrict, like right from here to here. So I do not want to feel constrict. Like I said, make sure it's not too long for YouTube, and it doesn't make me look like a fool here on Facebook. This episode today will probably be just an hour long, because anymore I've noticed that content on YouTube, people have been doing anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours, and sometimes even 3. So this will be normal up the alley. And yeah, I'm probably going to look at as a liar, because this episode I'm smoking, and I had a video up on my YouTube stating that I was preparing to quit. To best explain why I went back to smoking, it's because I didn't find an effective method to quit. But I felt something different with chamomile tea last night that made me feel like that might be my answer to quitting altogether. It's just that right now I didn't want to waste my money. I need to get these all used up. And we will reevaluate the road to quitting smoking. I should do a separate video explaining why I smoke again. I can probably title it a temporary relapse. Because that's what it was. And that's what it still is. A temporary relapse. It doesn't mean I gave up on quitting. Not by a long shot. I'm just trying to reassess, reevaluate the situation to where I pick the right courses of action to make it happen. Because I know in the long run it'd be healthy for me. I've been hearing it a lot. And plus it would save money in the wallet. That I know as well. And, well, I do have to edit this thing. Well, no, I'll keep the break screen on because Mike Matei does. And for those on Facebook who don't know who Mike Matei is, he is a Twitch streamer that sends also his copy of his stream as a video over to YouTube. And people requested him to keep his break screen on. At the near end of this episode, I will bring the questionnaire thing back up, probably as a closer to the video, for YouTube's sake. That way, when they make it to the end of this episode, they got something to look at and answer at the end of it. Oh, I got two different types of breath mints, and I can differentiate the strength. Now, these ones are super fucking strong. These ones are about half potency of the other, and I'm keeping them back because, well, I got dad breath in the morning. Almost smells like the undead. So I don't want to be breathing in people's faces the smell of the undead. So I pop one of those in to relieve people's nostrils. But as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I see how far I got before this episode has ran its course. And it'll take me a while to get people used to me on here. Now, I'm not for sure, but the notifications say that a group section on my Facebook, which I call the Adam Shield Story, it's based off of my real life series over on YouTube and has all of the videos currently up set over there in the feed of that group. But it tells me that I have 16 new members, and 11 new discussions, which that's the second time I've received the exact same status for that, which means sooner or later, I'm Shield's story will have to come back as soon as I can think of what part of my life to share. And update the page with the newest episode. Because I'm going to get everything about me from the past that no one knows out of the way first before I signal the end of that series for good. Because anything up to date right now, I can just let you see that for yourself, either live here on Facebook or live over YouTube, and you'll be up to speed on everything that makes me the person I am, or everything, or every one of my struggles I faced before I started becoming a little better. I know I'm but give me credit. I'm trying to bust through these fucking rolling papers, so that way I can begin the detox and quitting process. I might want to also touch base on another thing that Yin's already know on one or two of the different episodes that's currently up. But YouTube, let's retouch base on this for you guys, but make it new to them. Recently, I did about 6 different routines for my workout / exercise training of the day. I am trying to work my body into being used to 100 reps flat out, but I'm doing it in sets of 50, so that way I can slowly push my way up and make 100 a flat number I can do flat out without separating it. Once I do, my training should kick up a hell of an excellent notch. I mean, right now, I'll be honest with you, and yeah, that's another reason why I got a Paranormal Advisory sticker up. Right about here, I got a feeling of the beginning of the formation of the top of my chest, which means my workouts are panning out. And I like the fact that that's going on. That actually made me happier than hell the moment I felt it. It gave me a sense of knowing that my progress is not in vain. It's actually coming along quite nicely. I mean, when you feel a sense of proof in your training, it means you've received a reward for all your hard work, and it makes you feel happy and rewarded, and makes you gives you that additional drive to continue. Now, my lifelong friend Jess, I won't share any of her progress on here unless she gives me full blown permission to. But in words, I can tell you, she's done a hell of a good job. And I thought I was the only one in this town that was thinking of exercise and exercise and training. She she's the second person besides myself doing that. And believe me, a lot of progress. I'm extremely proud of her for uh, committing and sticking to the routine, just like I am. We both have two separate goals, though. Hers is to reach an adequate weight level. I can't hardly say certain big words without teeth, but her her primary goal is to get to a weight level that she can be proud of and will increase her health in the long run. While my goal is to take all that excess weight that I did knock off and reintroduce it into my body as nothing but solid muscle, but also to make it more toned and defined throughout my arms, my shoulders, my chest, and my midsection, and in time, my legs. So, see, we have two entirely different goals. The only reason I'm shredding off weight is to get the toning process started and visible first, and then uh, as as it progresses, add a little weight, tone and define it, and keep that cycle. Technically, we are about 12 minutes away from this show being over, and the dumbass dog wants to bark when I'm doing this. Never fails. Whether I'm live streaming games or live streaming this, it's like she can sense it and she wants to interrupt it. Now, I don't know if my viewers are actual real viewers or just lurkers, but it seems to happen quite frequently whenever I want to come close to ending the episode. They they come in, they look, they don't say nothing, even though I welcome it. It's kind of what the show's about. It's not just about learning about me in general. It's about making friends along the way. But, to each their own. If they don't want to say nothing, they don't have to. So, yeah. The only reason this episode's only going to be an hour long is because I don't want to be talking to myself for the most great portion of the time. And thanks for the tip there, David. I'm trying my best, though. It's a temporary relapse. I mean, I'm trying to figure out exactly what can best help me get off of it real quick when money's an issue. So right now, I used my food stamps to get chamomile tea. I think that might be my source right there. But also, I gotta run through my rolling papers. if I ever hope to quit. And I'm glad you spoke up on the stream. The point of the stream was to get everybody used to me, and hopefully they all open up and talk with me. I like gauging in conversation. So smoking is a weight gainer. Yeah. Is that? Oh, I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you. And I do have 2 dumbbells. They're both uh, they're both lifted up on the max weight that I own right now at 25 pounds apiece. Because I haven't had any luck finding a way to get more weights. Hell, I haven't even had luck finding a weight bench. Some people thought about building one for me, but they make it sound easy. But the thing is, if you don't have the material, it's not easy. I mean, I'm glad you're looking out for me there, and I appreciate that greatly. Truly and honestly. You don't get very many people like that nowadays. And thank you for putting some well, best way to word this. Thanks for making this show more alive by speaking with me. You're like the second person to do that, and I do greatly appreciate that. And I'm sorry if I'm touching my facial hair a lot. It's a habit, maybe a nervous twitch if you call it. But I always do it either whether I'm live or I'm just pre-recording for YouTube. Thank you. I'm gonna try my best. Money is hard to come by anymore, especially when you're incomeless and your family's paying your way through. I mean, I'll, I'll eventually change the luck around. That's why I don't stay negative. I, I'll change things around. I'll get Social Security to open their eyes and give them back what they wrongly took from me. Because I believe it's flat out wrong what they did and not give me a chance to fix it. And guys, in case you're wondering who I'm talking to David Blanton. I went to school with him. Oh my God, thank you. You don't know how much that would mean to me, man. Thanks. I need all the help I can get with that stuff. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, all I'm working with is dumbbells, a 20-pound weighted vest, and a curl bar. That's all I'm working with. I got nothing else. I try to make do with what I got. And it turns everything to a slow process. Like a crawl. A small crawl. My main thing is I never give up no matter what. I try my best to make that work to my advantage. And plus having 2 surgically repaired lungs from collapses, my air supply is not that good to do what other people can do in the weightlifting and stuff. I really gotta take longer breaks than everybody else. I gotta do what's at my limit within my health condition. Because if I don't, I can put myself in the hospital, and we don't need that. Really? That's the thing. Would a uh, would a reclining chair suffice good enough for that type of workout? Especially one that rocks? Because that's all I got to work with when it comes to a chair. I'm afraid to fall out of that thing. Would you suggest a workbench that can incline or decline? Because anything other than the chair, that's all I could think would also be a help. But like I said, don't have at the moment. I might go into episode overtime since I have a friend talking with me. That helps me put more time on these shows when I have someone to talk to. Okay. I think I'll keep that in mind. That sounds like something I'll explore. You can hear my dog in the background. Barks at everything. Feels like it goes to great lengths to ruin my streams, actually. That sounds wonderful. I mean, I've been trying stuff that I find on Google image search. That also requires equipment I don't have. like a pull-up bar or uh, resistance cables. I sit back and think, boy, I don't have any of this equipment. Couldn't you give me what I searched for, like the dumbbell workout? Oh, so any routine I find on like a chart made from certain people doesn't help. I didn't quite think about that. I just sat back and said to myself, hey, give this a go and see how it treats me, how that grabs me. Because I don't have any people that act like a personal trainer to me and give me exactly everything that worked for them. Oh, you got a point there. How do I know if they're doing things the right way or the wrong way? I mean, all I'm being given is a drawn illustration. That's the thing about uh, personal trainers. Some cost a monthly membership or a yearly just to go do, and that's why I'm just trying to take tips from those who have already been there and done that. So that way it don't cost me anything, and I can just pay attention to the steps I'm being walked through. I mean, I've had a few people that my stepfather knows trying to give me this lesson, that lesson. Some of them sounded like something you don't want to do that would pretty much land you in the hospital. I mean, for instance, had someone say, eat raw, blood eating meat and then train. My mom's going to try to call the phone here in a minute. I'm just going to ignore her. She saw that I was on this. The best way to get her to understand is just don't answer the phone. That's what I thought too. That's why I ignored that that part of supposed advice. So I think someone was trying to make sure I didn't reach my goal. All right, take your time. I'll be right here, man. I'm sure David is still here. He's just trying to find something to send me, but I'm going to mention something that he probably already knew or didn't know. That back in high school, I was always bullied just because I looked like someone that anybody can pick on, and believed I was too scared to fight back or whatever. Not the case at all. I'm not the type that likes to fight all the time. I like to stay on a positive note and live things through a more vicarious way and not be considered a coward or a weakling or whatever. I mean, yeah, when I'm backed into a corner, I will fight. But other than that, I won't. In other words, if I can avoid it, I will. Because for me, it doesn't make total sense to be fighting all the time. And I'm not just training out of all that the hate I received and all the bullying I got. No, this is a personal dream / goal of mine that I've wanted ever since watching wrestling, or ever since I started. And I wanted to also work more toward my health line too. The healthier I am, the longer I last on the planet. And I'm trying to live up to something on my side of the family. I had an uncle that was super strong, could do things that no other people could do without, I don't know, assisted machinery. And I want to live up to him so much. I mean, he no longer lives on the path of the living anymore, but he was known as the strongest shield in my family. So that now becomes one of my biggest pushes to take over that spot in the family. But also because the uncle on my brother's side also made a prophecy out of me. He kept stating that one day I'd be a brute. So I wanted to live up to the goals, expectations he had for me. It's also another guy that's no longer among the living. So yeah, I got many good positive reasons to continue pursuing this. And I know that this is something you can't just build up and then after you get there quit. You have to keep going at it to maintain it. So I understand all the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts. It's just that now finding all proper routines to keep following daily or even day on, day off that will pretty much get me right where I want in less than a 4-year prior. I mean, I already have the positive mindset. I know everything I need to do to keep myself at level mind, cleared, focused, positive. I know those ins and outs. I just found the final piece of staying calm yesterday, and that would be this. I bought out Family Dollar of all of them with my food stamps. And best thing I've actually learned about, and I'm glad I'm using it. I mean, I slept like a baby. I probably snored logs last night. I wouldn't know because I can't hear myself snore when I'm sleeping. But I know I slept pretty well. So well that the exercises I done 2 days ago is being felt only right here right now. Because I do weighted and non-weighted workouts. The only thing I miss most that the cold season has taken from me is my exercise walks through town. I usually do about 7 hours in total, says my walking app. Well, the walking app I used to have before I switched it to Google Fit. Google Fit just seems to be more accurate on their pedometer, but it won't tell me how long I've been out for. It'll just let me know how many steps I've taken, how many calories have been burnt, the distance I traveled, and if my heart health has been improved. So yeah, if nothing permits it or nothing goes against it, I am basically active every waking day of my life, and it keeps me happy because I know I'm being rewarded for it. I mean, I finally found something that's not just a hobby, but it's something I greatly enjoy. I love the fitness and workout life. And if it means I'm stuck to the whole routine for as long as I live, I don't care. I enjoy it. They say do what you love, and that's what I'm doing. I mean, that's not the only thing I enjoy doing. I also like going live on Twitch and playing either live on Twitch or offline playing video games. But since exercising takes more premise over that, it's whenever I feel to play games. So I take more of a break away from games than I am on them. And that's why Twitch will not become a career for me because Twitch is not about extended breaks away. It's about establishing yourself so you can turn it into a job. Then you can actually define when you're taking time off and whatnot. But like I said, games don't take full premise. And in the long run, sit back and think about it. Games are only healthy on the mind. They're not healthy on the body. So that's why exercises and workouts take higher priority. And there's nothing wrong with that, really.
They got time?
They're all empty boxes. I'll need to find some way of getting money and going after more.
What is it, money?
I have someone on here that just jumped onto my.
What?
I have someone on here that just jumped onto my screen
Oh, really?
and wants to help me find a workout bench or something.
I'm gonna have him check on that one. That camera.
He said because right now what I'm working with is not enough.
No, you know, couch chairs got a.
Yeah, but
I know, but I mean, you know how they got that. There's like a bed or like a little footstool comes on. I used to lay down on my life. Mom, I get no way. You take mom.
he said 25 pounds a piece on a dumbbell is good for right now, but he said I need more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my stepfather. He's trying to take a workout bench away from someone named Cameron and get it over here to me. But I'm not going to hold my breath because I've heard this many times from every person he knows, and I end up shorthanded again. So that's why I just let him speak. Seeing is believing. I've had people come up to me and say, if you're working out to become a badass, I'll be your first opponent to show you ain't as much as you think you are. And I don't like when they speak negatively like that. It, going on common misconception and auto assuming that I work out to become a badass and assert dominance over people is not my thing. Thank you so very much. You have a lot of connections to these people, don't you? If you do, that's awesome because I need all the help I can get, and you see that. I mean, not to say I look like a skinny rail or a weakling or anything, but you can see that I do put my best foot forward and try. I agree. I mean, I'm not for sure if you were uh, listening in while you were getting intel for me, but I mentioned how I was always bullied in high school, and just because I looked like a skinny rail, people always wanted to fight me or thinking that if they said negative shit that sounded challenging and threatening, that they owned me basically, and that I'll never fall out of line, sort of. I never thought of it that way. A real badass keeps to himself. You know, you just enlightened me on something. Thank you. I learn something new every day. Well, at least from people that will actually give me the time of the day and talk to me, actually. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding like I'm completely yakky. It's just that I do love to conversate. I'm very social. I see what you mean. Um, as you grow up, um, you you look back on those past moments and think to yourself, man, was I really that bad? And I'm sorry if I was. Me, when I look back, I see how scared I looked and how cowardly I must have been portrayed. So I've learned to develop over time to fix that, but also at the same time bounce it out to where it's reasonable to use versus unreasonable. Plus, I've become a more calm, kind, caring individual that carries himself in a more respectable manner and tries to become friends with everybody who's never seen him as a friend figure before. I mean, give granted, not very many people saw me like that in school. I was not even considered even a runner up for friend for most people in school. So I always kept to myself and faced all the troubles that came my way the best way I could. I mean, it wasn't easy, not by a long shot. But I carried myself for as long as I could until things got too heavy and I dropped out. Because school wasn't a learning experience for me, it was more like a fight club. And it wasn't just the students that wanted to fight me, it was also the faculty. There's only so much a man can take before he just says, there's nothing for me here, and just up and leave. You got that right. Heck, believe it or not, some of those people in that school also used Old Timers Day as, like, I don't know, a wrestling pay-per-view to fucking go fight. I remember when Michael Jones, before he killed himself, he was in a fight with can't remember who it was, but I remember hearing that one of them two got speared through a pane of glass or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on you because that's ill mannered, disrespectful, and wrong. And I normally don't I normally don't have anything bad to say about people. It was Eric Eldridge that was he the one who went through the pane of glass, or was it Mikey that went through the pane of glass? Because I did hear that story, but I never got to see who took the damage. I remember Eric from back in my elementary days. I don't know if he liked me or if he hated me. I couldn't tell. He disguised it pretty well, whatever his intent was, because I could not tell. Now, he's probably able to hear me. I'm not saying anything negative or wrong or anything. I'm just saying I was confused on your son's named after him. Well, Mike was actually one of the funniest, best people I knew, and it was a tragedy to hear that he kind of like opted himself for what his girlfriend or became ex-girlfriend did, because I don't think anyone should end their life over a relationship problem gone sour. But he was probably facing some personal demons too, that he let no one know. And I know what that's like. I face personal demons every day, but I always overpower over them too. I had basically built a strength and an immunity over thinking that suicide would ever be an answer for anything. Oh, you took Mikey's middle name to name your son. I didn't know Mikey's middle name before. I just knew him as Mikey Jones or Michael Jones. I never knew him as his entire full name. Or Hollywood, yeah, you're right. Hollywood Jones. I forgot that for a moment. But you're right. That was his nickname / moniker in school. It's cool that you're actually talking with me, because in school you never did. Oh yeah, I'm living on 2nd Street, bud. I've never left Peebles ever since I was born and raised in it. Well, I was born in Georgetown. I was raised here in Adams County. But yeah, I'm still around. Yeah, but I don't hold that against you. You back then you probably had your reasons. I never judge people on their reasons. I just sit back and hope for better days to happen where they become a better person later. That's all one can do in this world, man. Yeah, I'm down there, close to 3rd Street. I'm down the hill. I'm the big white house that might as well now be considered the end of the street because the house below me has already been pretty much demolished and the property's been sold. The inside of my place looks like a wreck because I'm still going about working up getting the money to pay off the place, fix it up, and add some extra space in. So you're over there near like in the limit of the pizza places and whatnot. Man, the last time I saw you, I was walking with a person that you either thought or knew was hitting on your woman or your old lady at the time, or still is, and you basically gave him a couple of clockings to the head. I can't remember his name, but he was short and stout. And it looked like he was trying to avoid a confrontation from you. That's the last I remember seeing you. You probably changed a lot since the last time I saw you out. I would probably have to look into your profile and see what you look like now, so that way. Okay. Did you hear anything I said about 5 minutes ago? So I'll be happy to backtrack it. Oh, I didn't know you were at work, dude. But yeah, I'll be happy to backtrack what I said. The last time I saw you was probably about a year or so ago. I was walking with a dude that might have been either flirting or something with your once was woman or still is at the time. And he was short and pudgy. And you gave him a few clocks to the head. That's the last time I saw you. I'm not for sure if you look different from that time, from that last time I saw you. I'd have to look at your more current pictures to recognize who you are when you're out there in public, because, like I said, long time. And I'm pretty sure the last time you saw me out there in public, you call that short compared to me. That's tall. I've shrunk. I was 6'1". Now I'm 5'9". It's true what they say about getting up in years. You start shrinking. Because I used to be at the pinnacle. You don't remember that? I'm hoping I'm getting the right person, but it looked like it was you. But I could be mistaken, but it was the person I was walking with was, I think his last name was Duffy, and he was warned uh, to quit messaging uh, this one girl, or he's going to take a pounding. And he tried to say something to a certain derogatory. All I know is I don't know if the person I was rolling with was always constantly in trouble for any choices he made. All I know is the type of person he reflected or projected in front of me. And some people like to project a fake image while you're with them, because you don't know if they're hiding the real them underneath what you're hearing. So I don't judge. I just hope that they don't flip the wrong switch on me. I mean, I keep myself on constant guard. I don't instantly throw my trust out unless it's earned, because I don't believe trust should be thrown out like a piece of candy. I believe that should be earned, just like respect and I think if they judge me, I don't tend to say anything. I just say, or well, I do say something. I say, you don't know me, and I hope later on down the line you come back as a better person and not this judgmental piece of crap sitting in front of me. Is what I say. I mean, seriously, it seems like ever since the 1990s, where the good times were, the world is slowly dying. And what it took away from everybody is the good times. Because all we get is these shady, backstabbing, two-faced people anymore that think I gave them the right to judge everybody. When really, they're sadly fucking mistaken. I call it common misconception. That's what I call this whole entire hoopla that people do. I call it common misconception. Words without common knowledge, without real personally known experience. You got it. You absolutely got it. No one need. Everyone does have problems. They don't need to be judged. They don't need the additional weight thrown on them. They deal with enough as is. They just need real, honest, true friends that are there to help carry them along in life instead of be there to fucking lower them. They need to be lifting them as if they are now a new member of their family. If the whole entire world learned that, we'd all be better off. Honestly. That's what I truly believe. And it's what I've lived by for about a year or so. I mean, some people think that I don't entirely get life, that I'm just like any old regular asshole out here. That I just do things that fits my needs, my life. No, really, what I do is what I would hope and pray one of these days everybody does, and that is give people a chance to let you know them and see what type of person they are. See if they are worthy of your trust, respect, and your friendship. But if they got a certain problem in a niche that something else can help, guide them to it. I'm pretty sure they'll be thankful of it later. I mean, at first they won't. They'll think you're trying to change them and whatnot, and think that you don't know what's best for them. That you're just out to be an enemy and nothing more. Thanks for joining in with me here. I have to practically end the show anyway, but thanks for coming here and shooting the breeze with me and getting to know the Adam that you didn't get to know back then. So, guys, since my buddy David is going to be hopping off to go do some more important things, I certainly will. Thank you. I'm going to pull up the last minute questionnaire as to close the show. And thank you for being a part of Adam Shields Alive.